Hello, you're listening to Trusting God at All Times, a daily devotional from Peakland United Methodist Church in Lynchburg, Virginia. My name is Linwood Campbell, and I'm the Director of Worship and Outreach. There are some days, you know those days, things just don't start out quite right, and it seems to get worse as the day progresses. Most of the time, it doesn't get bad or crazy, but it can be hard to describe. Sometimes it's those best laid plans that seem to go south as you realize that everything you planned to get done today just isn't going to happen. At times it's like getting ready to go on vacation when you realize that if you don't get ahead a little bit, twice as much will be waiting for you when you get back. So it kind of leaves you with that sinking feeling, knowing it will be hanging over your head as your vacation comes to a close. Or in another scenario, no matter what you do or how hard you try, there's just not enough time in the day to get done everything that needed to get done yesterday. I have a family member that's going through that right now. Each day brings new tasks that seem to be more difficult than the previous days and will take an inordinate amount of time to get done. Yet there is still all the regular stuff that needs taking care of, not to mention the things you didn't get finished with last week, even though you worked most of the weekend trying to finish it. Sounds impossible. I'm sure you've heard it said that God will not give you any more trouble than you can handle. Yeah, that's true. Because God's not the giver of trouble. God is the giver of life. God is the source of love. Now, life hands us more than a handful at times, but God gives us the remedy. And I think his remedy is in doing things with him by our side. Yeah. Easier said than done, I hear some of you saying. And I suppose you're right, especially when you're in the thick of it and there's no relief in sight. But that's when God holds us the tightest. His comfort is sometimes all there is, but it can be enough. Sometimes we just need to step back from the troubles in our lives and let God lend a helping hand. I know, it still sounds easier said than done, but maybe it's time to try. I know when I look back at some of the hardest times in my life, I wondered how I would ever get through. Yet, here I am. And when I look hard, I do see one set of footprints in the sand. And I realize it was him carrying me, because I may not have made it without him. If today is one of those days, my friend, step back and take a breath. Inhale his goodness, and then try to move forward. Whatever it is, it didn't come to stay. It will pass. Let's hope your days are not like the ones I've just described. Most of them aren't. Sometimes we're just a little off, but the sun will come out again tomorrow, as the song says. And there will be, wait for it, blue skies, my friends, blue skies.